Did you get ready in the dark or something? 'Cause you look like a beautiful nightmare.
Hello, all my lovely people out there. Welcome to my channel. My name is Tessa. This is your mid-October full moon in Aries, Halloween, tarot, and oracle reading. Okay, I know it's a long title. Of course, I'm not writing that whole title in the on the title box, but that is basically the title of this video. Okay, so it's basically from October 19th up through October 31st. So it's like a mid-October reading, but it's also, I also consider it a Halloween special because the theme of the reading has a lot to do with Halloween, and you know, because it has to do with like facing your demons and or fighting your demons, or fighting, like, to me that is kind of a Halloween theme, especially because to me I think of Halloween as like the time of year for us to really embrace the different sides of ourselves, and the sides of ourselves that maybe like we forget about, or that we don't pay attention to, or that we like, you know, and I personally think that this should be an exercise that people should practice all year round, not just on Halloween. But Halloween does offer a really good chance for us to kind of step outside of ourselves a little bit and to engage in other lifestyles, or to engage ourselves, like, you know, in a fantasy world, or in a world where it's possible that we can be part of it if we choose to, you know, but because we have chosen the world that we currently live in, it's like our way of stepping into another world, right? Or like another body, or another costume, or something like that, okay? Now, I don't really think that in Western culture people actually like understand like the more like spiritual implications, and the more like the depth of like the meaning behind a lot of behind like why people celebrate Halloween, but that's okay, you know, that's okay. So yeah, so and it's related also to the full moon in Aries. So on October 19th there's going to be a full moon in Aries, and it's called the Warrior's Moon. And this moon is all about discovering your inner, like being able to channel your emotions and your inner, like your deeper feelings about maybe something that you believe in, and being able to acknowledge the fact that like there are things that we need to face within ourselves if we are going to go out into the world and to battle, maybe to fight for something, or to battle something outside in the world, you know, whether it's a specific cause, or whether it is something that we desire in our lives, you know, like a good job, or a girlfriend, or, you know, for us to start running every day, okay? So sometimes we need to overcome personal demons and personal battles within us before we can step out to achieve these bigger goals, okay? Now, like, there could be a bigger goal, like maybe your goal, you know, like, I mean, obviously you need to take things step at a time. Like, if your biggest goal is to lose, like, if the end goal is like, I want to lose 30 pounds, okay, so now we have to start fighting like the little demons every day, like getting out of bed, the demon, you know, getting out of bed, or the demon of distractions, like what's distracting you from doing it? Like, are you turning on the television? So those are examples, okay? And we often do want to create a certain life for ourselves that is different than what we currently have. And that's why I feel like it does relate to Halloween in that sense. And we are more than capable of creating our own lifestyle. We are more than capable of, you know, following our own heart and our own belief, and doing things the way that we believe they should be done, and we want to, but we have to take the necessary steps to get there, right? So my long ass introduction, but that's kind of the theme of this reading, okay? And because it is a special Halloween reading, that is what I'm going to call it. I am going to do a little bit of a story time, okay? So If you are all about nostalgia and you miss people reading to you and you miss having like a book in front of you being read to or you reading yourself, then I am for sure your girl, because I am going to read just a little segment of this book, this thick book. I'm not going to read the whole book to you. Don't worry, okay? Don't freak out. Oh my God. I'm only reading 2 pages, okay? I'm only reading 2 pages. I know you can handle it. There's some great information in here, especially if you're a full moon in Aries. If you're not a full moon in Aries, there's still great information in here, okay? And this is what the full moon on October 19th is going to be all about, okay? It's called the Warrior's Moon. So I'm going to read to you about the Warrior's Moon, okay? Just in case you're curious, the book is called Moon Phase Astrology. It breaks down all the different moon phases in all the different zodiac signs, puts a name on it, gives you a little story about what that moon means, what it represents, what kind of energy it manifests as. Super, super awesome book. Yeah, so it's going to be a little bit of like a story time. So you can learn about the Warrior's Moon. So you can learn about what kind of energy is going to be coming out for you on October 19th. Now, before I jump in and read this little segment from the book, I am going to shuffle my Deviant Moon tarot deck. This is only these are only 12 cards. They are taken from the Major Arcana. The Major Arcana cards that represent the different zodiac signs, because I am doing this a little bit more spontaneously, okay? Where I get on camera and I see who I'm doing a reading for, okay? So I don't know. It's been a really long time since I've done a reading like this, and I thought it would just be fun to do it like this again. Okay, so that one really wanted to flip out. So Gemini, we have the Lovers card. Okay, so the Lovers is Gemini, and my video is getting kind of blurry here. Okay, let's do that a little bit more carefully just so you can take a look at this awesome card. I fucking love this card so much. The Lovers. The Deviant Moon Tarot is such a cool deck, but I'm only using the Deviant Moon to shuffle the Zodiac cards, okay? I'm actually going to be using the Murder of Crows Tarot, which is also a super awesome deck, and I'm going to be clarifying with the Pagan Cat Tarot mini deck, okay? So I'm going to clarify with those cards, and then I'm going to pull one oracle card from the Mausoleo Oracle of Souls at the very end to wrap it up, okay? Now, with that being said, let's dive into the story, and then I'm going to get into your tarot and oracle reading, okay? So the Warrior's Moon, the full moon in Aries. The full moon in Aries sees the daring adventurer become the full-blown warrior who fights in honor for a good cause. The warrior has come a long way from the brigand who could not believe or trust in anything. His adventuring has shown him a wider world, and while he has seen its many trials and sorrows, he has also met brave souls trying their best to make it better. He decides that he is ready to become one of those brave souls, and he devotes himself to training for that job. Training is the first part of the warrior's path, and thus the warrior's moon. Fighting effectively is more than just running into the battle in blind wrath. The first demons that need to be subdued are the ones inside, and this is the lesson that the warrior must learn before he can pick up a sword. There's the demon of laziness. It's easier to skip over those little details or to ignore ambivalent truths in favor of a writ large, easy to understand, sweeping generalizations, or to stay in bed that extra hour instead of getting up and running. There is the demon of pettiness, which chisels away at honor with its bitter little voice, telling the warrior how much better he ought to be treated, or how he isn't really understood, or how he ought to have to put up with all this hardship. There is the demon of impatience. I want to be on the front lines now. Never mind all this messing around with training and self-improvement. I'm sure that I could take the enemy now, no matter that he has 10 years more experience and twice the allies. And, of course, there is the ever-present Mars demon of wrath. This will be the hardest one of all for the Aries warrior to wrestle down, and it is his greatest weakness. But any warrior who can be goaded into rage can be herded blindly into a fatal trap. These, more than any more specific skill, are the lessons that the warrior needs pounded into his head. After the training, there is the battle. Here is where courage shows its flag. The warrior must choose his cause carefully because he needs to be able to believe in it no matter how badly things go. The courage of Aries is based in his ideals. If you can't believe that it is a worthy goal, the battle is lost before it is begun. After his first battle, the warrior learns a potent truth, that if you have utter faith in the goal, it doesn't matter if you don't have complete faith in yourself to be the one to achieve it. Faith in the goal will pull you past your self-doubt. On the warrior's moon, we fight for what we believe in. This is a lone battle, and it is especially effective if we are fighting with no approval from others, and perhaps even in spite of their disapproval. Although deliberately inducing disapproval is missing the point. Such battles need to be fought as if there is no audience, just the warrior and the enemy, and the innocents who must not be trampled, something that the warrior often forgets. The warrior's moon is also a time of grappling with the aforementioned demons and learning patience. It may be that the best use of this moon, if there are no external opportunities for fighting for a cause, is to choose one of those internal enemies to do battle with and dedicate the time to that lessening. People born under the warrior's moon need a cause that they can fight for with all of their heart. Remember that the moon is about emotions, and they must create room in their lives to make fighting for that cause into a spiritual quest. If they don't have a place to put their warrior energy, it will spurt out in aggressive, harmful ways that can ruin their relationships. If the rest of the chart is particularly introverted, that energy can turn inward and create health problems, nervous breakdowns, and nightmares. A warrior's moon person who frequently dreams about being besieged by enemies and losing dramatically should take this as a warning. You need to be fighting real battles in real life, either with your own internal demons or with external injustices, and preferably both. Warrior's moon people also tend to be combative in their personal relationships, and ideally they choose a partner who they can consider a comrade in arms. Someone who can push back when they push forward, but always in a loving way. A partner who is bearing the brunt of their combative instinct needs to set good boundaries and redirect their warrior outward. There is plenty of injustice in the world that makes battles over the breakfast toast recede in importance. Okay, Gemini, so that was a little story about the warrior's moon. Okay, I'm just going to open up my charts, because if you are a Gemini rising, I just want to take a look real quickly. Oh my goodness. I just want to take a quick look to see what house, I know my math is horrible, but I just want to see what house the full moon in Aries is transiting in. Where are you? The 11th house. Okay. Okay, so the full moon in Aries, if you're a Gemini rising, is going to be transiting your 11th house, which is the house of like the social media, technology, the bigger network, like the bigger causes. Okay, so this could actually be kind of like triggering in the sense of, I don't know, like something could come up for you October 19th up until the end of the month that has to do with needing to kind of like feeling like there is something that's part of the bigger network that you belong to that you are wanting to fight, or that you feel like you are needing to express your beliefs or opinion on, okay? And this can definitely have to do with, okay, so the first card wanted to come out right away. We have the Two of Wands. We have Mars. Oh my goodness, Mars and Aries. Okay. Okay, so it looks like you are wanting to take action in a specific direction. You do have a certain passionate new idea or expression, okay? There is something that you are wanting to take action towards, okay? And like I said, it could have to do with like a person. Maybe you want to take action towards a person, or it can be like a creative project or something like that. So this could have to do with like, maybe there are some demons you are needing to fight internally in reference to like what, like why you're not doing it, or what is it that's stopping you. But we are going to clarify just to get a little bit more in depth to see what that's all about. For the next card, we have the Seven of Pentacles. This is Saturn in Taurus energy. So taking a look, like kind of like going back and like taking a look at like what you have done so far. Okay. You're wanting to take a step. You're wanting to further, you're wanting to take a step on a particular thing that I feel like you've been working on. Okay, so there's something that you've been working on, some kind of like financial effort. It could be a business, it could be a project of some sort, and you are like maybe like going back and like analyzing, maybe taking a look a little bit more into what you have developed so far, and is it ready? Like, is it ready? Like, you're looking to see, is it ready? Is this ready for the direction that I want to take it? It could be like a resume. Like, is your resume, like maybe there's a job that you want, but you're looking now and you're saying like, is my resume ready for me to take action towards this job that I want? So it could be something like that. Okay, so take it as it resonates and apply it to your specific situation. Okay, so it's like you're taking a look to see, is it ready? Are you ready? So the demon that you're needing to battle could also be like, it could be self-doubt, or it could also have to do with like, maybe like, you know, like procrastination as well, or, it could be something that you are not seeing. Oh my God, it's a lot of cards. We're not going to take that. Okay, so let's pull one more card and then we're going to clarify to get deeper into the story. Okay, that one wanted to come out. Okay, and then we have the moon. Oh my God, this is totally messing with me right now. Why? No. Why am I being messed with? Hang on a second. I have to check something real quick. I am so sorry. I'm just not used to using this deck. Hang on. Ah. Oh my God, shame on me. Really? It's going to take this long? Okay, here we go. Yeah, it is the moon card. I knew it. I should have trusted my instincts. See? Oh my God. Okay, so these cards are all in black and white. And the only cards that I get mixed up is the sun card and the moon card, and I don't know why. Anyway, you pulled the moon card. I mean, obviously it's the moon card. But it's like, for a moment there, I'm like, is that the sun or is that the moon? Oh my God. Like a fucking idiot. Okay. It's the moon card. I'm sorry. Okay, the moon card. Okay, there are things that are hidden here. Ooh, that could be like your fear, okay? There are things, I think okay, uncertain. So you're needing to fight like uncertainty. So basically like, you know that there are things in your plan. You know that there are things in whatever it is that you are working on your plan that probably like has flaws. You know that there are things that you can't see. It's like you understand the limits of your own mind. You understand the limits of your own like perspective and your own perception. You understand that there's limits. And you understand that there are things that you can't see. And it's like you're trying really hard. I'm going to keep talking and I'm going to start pulling clarifiers for these 3 cards. And it's like you understand this and it's like you want to... it's almost like you're trying to look through. You're trying to see through the uncertainty. You're trying to see what could it possibly be that is making this incomplete. It's like you know that something is missing. You know that something is not exactly how you want it to be, and you're looking at it and you're waiting, but you just don't know what it is. You just don't know what it is. Okay. Like there are, you know, but that's out of your control, Gemini. It's like, I feel like you want to know, you want the information, but that's also out of your control. So there's a good possibility that you need to let go, that you need to like fight also this, this need to want to like control things, to make things move faster, to like, you know, like if you plant a tomato seed, are you going to just stare at the dirt and be like, why isn't it growing faster? Why though? But why isn't it growing faster? I want to eat the tomato now. Okay, it's like you're not, there's something where you're not trusting the process. So it looks like there could be some demons that there's something inside you that you're needing to battle in reference to not having, like, being okay with not having all the knowledge. Okay? Like being okay with without knowing everything and not having all the knowledge that you know, it's like you think that if you had all the knowledge, it would make it better. It's like, it's not going to change necessarily. It's not necessarily going to, like, just because you have more knowledge doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to make whatever it is that you're looking at better or worse. Okay? Because you also don't know how the person who's going to read your resume, you don't know how they're going to, it's like, you think that if you just put in that extra word that you're missing, it's just going to change everything. And this person is like, definitely going to like, but it's like, do you really know that? Because the person that you're sending the resume to could end up being like their assistant, or it could end up being like you don't actually know. So it's like you need to be aware that there are other forces at work here that you kind of have to like surrender yourself to. Okay? And that you have to like accept that there is another nature happening. There's an underlying kind of like energy that's going on here. And all you can do is just do the best that you can do, right? Is do the best that you can do. And like, you know, maybe like overcome the demons of self-doubt or overcome the, you know, the need to want to know, you know, how things are going to turn out. Wow. Okay, I have 3 more mini cards to pull, and then we're going to get into the clarifications. Yeah, you're not too happy about that. It's kind of like boring. It's kind of like you want that stimulation. It's like you don't necessarily like thinking that there's like this underlying force, or that you can't always, I don't think you like to think that there are other things like controlling the situation. Okay, I need 2 more minis. Okay. It also kind of looks like you need to fight your urge to become like lethargic about it. Like, oh, well, if it's out of my control anyway, and if it's not up to me anyway, then, you know, like, I don't even want it, you know, like, oh, like, well, that's no, it's like you really want to believe that you made it happen. Like, you made it happen. And that's fine. That's fine. You know, you want to know that, like, what you're producing, your product, whatever it is that you are putting out there and creating is like, that's it. Like, that's it. That's what it is. That's what it's supposed to be. 2 more cards, please. Ah, okay. I guess not those. 2 more cards, please, for Gemini. Okay, we got 2 cards. Okay, so let's go ahead and clarify these. So for the 2 of Wands, I'll just kind of like show them to you. Yeah, they're so cool. They're all in black and white. So for the 2 of Wands, which I said was Mars in Aries, we got the 3 of Cups. A lot of people are getting this 3 of Cups, which is Mercury in Cancer. The 8 of Cups, Saturn in Pisces. And the Star card. Okay. Yeah, so you are wanting to take this, you are wanting to make a move. You are wanting to take this forward. You're wanting to like, I kind of feel like you want to just have faith. Like you almost want to just like, you don't want to be dependent on this. That's what I'm getting. Like, you have hope and you have faith for the future. And even if like this doesn't go the way that you want it to go, this particular action that you're wanting to take towards maybe like a job or a financial situation, even if that doesn't work out, you do have hope for the future. But it's like you're not necessarily wanting to like dwell on it. Like you want to go out with your friends and have fun. Like you want to go towards that which is going to like reinforce your belief in yourself, okay? You want to go towards something that's going to reinforce your own the belief that you have in yourself and your own abilities to do things the way that you do them. Okay. For the Seven of Pentacles, so hopefully that made sense. For the Seven of Pentacles, which is Saturn and Taurus, we have the King of Cups, which is Scorpio energy, the Queen of Pentacles, which is Capricorn, and the King of Pentacles, which is Taurus. Okay. Okay, so I feel like there are other people involved here in this situation. Now, this could be a work situation that you're looking at and you're wanting to walk away from. You might actually be wanting to walk away from a current work situation. Maybe you don't feel like you're being valued or you're being seen. And you're evaluating. You're taking a look. You're looking. There is a lot of really powerful energies here. There's 2 kings and 1 queen. Okay? Some very powerful energies here. Some people in power. And I'm kind of getting the feeling like you're thinking about these people like I really gotta, like my life is in the hands of these people. Like what? It's like kind of like you're thinking about that right now. Like my future is in the hands of these people. I feel like, I don't know. I just don't know if that makes you happy. I don't know if you like that too much. I don't know if I'm just going to take a little sip of my drink here. Yeah, I kind of feel like you're like, it's like you had fun with them. Like they could have been like people that from your work, maybe bosses or people that you were like able to form friendships with or whatever. But I also kind of feel like you're waiting. It's like you're waiting on them to recognize your skills, or it's like you feel like you're looking back on like everything you've accomplished so far. Like even if you're not looking for a new job, I know I mentioned the resume thing, but that might not resonate with you. So this can even be a situation where it's like you are in a job right now and you are looking at all the hard work that you have put into the job so far. And you're looking at it and you're evaluating it. And it's like, maybe like you could be looking at your supervisors or your bosses or your managers and just thinking like, I work so fucking hard and you just sit up there on your throne and just act like whatever, like maybe you're just not feeling like they, you know, it's kind of like this sense of, oh, like I can't believe that these people are kind of like controlling my fate, or they're not controlling your fate. You have to control your fate. While you stay in that while you stay at that job, if it's a job that it's like, I mean, you could want to keep working hard. After the Seven of Pentacles goes the Eight of Pentacles. You could also be taking a look to see, like, how can you could be, look at these people down here. Okay, we have the King of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles, and the King of Cups. I mean, this is, I don't think this is you, Gemini. This is like, it's also kind of like maybe you're trying to figure out how you can be noticed by them. How can you, like, kiss their ass? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Like, what can you do? You're looking at your work and it's like, what can you do? What are you missing? What detail are you missing? What can you add or do that can take things to another level and that can maybe, like, make these people see you in a new light and be like, oh, Gemini, look what Gemini is doing. Look at what Gemini is doing. He's stepping up his game. She's stepping up her game. You know what I mean? But I'm also getting a feeling like you're still not sure if that is where you want. Do you want to work harder for these people? Or do you want to do your own thing? Do you want to go somewhere else? Do you want to go in a different direction? So I feel like your battle right now, Gemini, is like really, truly being honest with how you are feeling about your current situation and figuring out how you want to take charge of your own destiny. Yeah, I think you're deciding right now whether or not you even want to, like, deal with these people, or if you want to go your own way, or if you want to work harder so you can become recognized in their eyes so they can see you as valuable to the company, or do you just want to be like, okay, I'm going to call it quits here and go do something else. Okay. For the Moon card, your clarification is the Four of Cups, which is the Moon in Cancer. The Strength card, which is Leo, and the Knight of Cups, which is Pisces energy. I think you're going to start looking. I think you're going to start looking to see either you're going to start focusing, you're going to stick with the current job, and you're just going to start focusing your attention on something that is going to fulfill you emotionally and something that is going to bring value into your life, and that you actually have, like, a deeper connection to, or you're going to find the strength to leave your current job and go towards something else, because it's just like, at this point, like, the people that are around you just aren't really, like, helping you grow. They're not helping you, like, everything that they're offering to you and giving towards you, you're just kind of like, yawn, you know, it's just not something even that you're interested in anymore. It's kind of like, okay, like, you're bored at this point. So this is going to be one of those things where you're really going to have to, like, take a look at your own feelings about it, and you're really going to have to, like, process your own emotions, and even like the mystery of the situation, like the fact that you don't know whether or not you'll be able to get ahead in this particular company, that you don't know, or like if you step out, what will come, and if you go your own direction, what will come. And I think that you're finding the strength within you to take it on either way, to take things as they come either way. So it's like, even if you do stay in the current situation, you'll still be able to recognize if something else is catching your attention, and recognize if there is something, a different direction that you want to go, just based on your own feelings, because you would have worked through your feelings. You would have like gotten in touch with those feelings and discovered what it is that makes you feel a certain way and how you want to feel about your job, and then go towards that in the future. And then you'll be able to recognize it. You'll be able to spot it when it comes up. So hopefully that's making sense. All right, so I'm going to pull an oracle card for the final message, and we're going to wrap it up. But I think basically at the end of it all, the battle that's being fought here is in reference to like not knowing. It's in reference to being uncertain. It's in reference to being uncertain. It's like you might have thought that you knew for certain your current situation. You might have thought that you were certain that your current situation would allow you to like move up or to develop your skills or whatever. But it's like you're realizing that maybe you're not so sure anymore, and that maybe your skills could be better used somewhere else. Okay, so for the oracle card, we have the Traveler. That's really funny. Yeah, so exploring basically. So it's like you'll be able to explore like other options. So Keeper of the Crossroads, restlessness, independence, and appraisal. It does look like you are searching for, for someone who either like a situation or a company, or someone who's actually going to value the trade that you have to give, the skill. The Traveler's identity has been completely effaced. He wanders wherever no road exists with his lone worry steed, trading his goods wherever he stops. He stays in one place only long enough to sell what he has, take on new goods, and move on to the next stop along a path that only he knows. His trades, likewise, are made according to some measure of value that exists in his own mind, having little to do with the local demand or supply. In all things, the Traveler makes his own way, adhering to no established society or guidelines. The Traveler may be followed, but he does not lead. His example shows us the boundaries of society, both in its limitations and in the guardrails that it establishes to keep us from danger. His appearance calls on us to question and compare our values and the values of others, and determine whether we are reckless and overvaluing our own selves, or overcautious and not giving ourselves our due. Yeah, so, I mean, I feel like that was just like the perfect card, because it's basically like, are your values, is like the way that you even see yourself lined up with the people that you're surrounded by, or like the current situation that you're in, whether it's in reference to like your job or whatever it might be. And do you think maybe you're overvaluing yourself, or do you think that you're undervaluing yourself? And like, how can you now take the necessary steps to just kind of like figure that out and go your own way, and almost like not even rely anymore on whether or not other people value you. Like, not even to rely on that, but just to rely on your own sense of your own value, if that makes sense. And then once that can be resolved, it's almost like it won't even matter anymore. You know, then I feel like you'll be able to figure it out then, like what your next step is going to be. And then you can take this action, this Two of Wands up here. So Gemini, this is your reading. Let me know what you thought if you want to leave a comment. And yeah, so it's just kind of like, overcoming that sense within you of like not knowing what other people think, or not knowing how other people like value you, or not, you know, not knowing all that and being okay with that, and like ultimately like battling it out within yourself so that you can fill in that gap for yourself. And then, you know, it's like after that, you'll just, that in and of itself, once that's resolved, will guide you. And then after that, you'll know. It's like you'll know which direction to go in. And then that's it. So yeah, it's going to wrap it up, and hopefully I'll see you guys next time. Bye.